We're live. Bim bim, we're live, live, live. And we're in Burnham-on-Sea, or Burnham-on-Sea, I'm not sure which it is. Which is full of annoying kids. Anyway, it's quite a trek home, I think. So, I've done one of them, you know, when you go somewhere and then when you get there you can't be asked. I've had one of them days today. So I just started driving and then ended up here. Which in its own way is nice. That old guy's just got a skateboard. Welcome to Burnham-on-Sea. Yep. You guys are not working afternoon, so don't think I was an expert, would you? Actually, let's go through Burnham-on-Sea, because I'm sure you'll love it. Okay. Are we going? Yeah, we're going. Yeah, we're off. It's a bit further south than Western-super-Mare. It's in Bristol, and everyone talks like they're from Bristol, like, you know, all dead softly spoken and all that, and all that kind of thing. It's actually quite nice, to be fair. Very quaint town, and lots of little independent shops in the town, which is always good. So yeah, it's been quite a pleasant afternoon, even though I wasn't in the mood for doing the old walk around day. Ooh, we'll get through this gap. Breathing, everybody. Holy mother. It's very one way around here as well. Oh, it's still rippling, isn't it? Let's do that. Is that better? Does that make it less rippling? I think I've got the camera too far up. I can't take it off and put it on again, because the sticky's running out, and then I'll end up with no sticky. So yeah, it's quite nice. It's 25 degrees here as well. 17, 17, 25 degrees, like crikey. That's why I come this far south, because it was warmer down here than it was up there. I've just missed Burnham Pier, it's on the right. You might have caught a glimpse of it. And then this is the actual prom itself. It's not vibrating as much now, is it? That's alright then. Just change the angle a little bit. Just had some fish and chips from this fish and chip shop on the left. Esplanade Fish Bar. That young lad then, in green t-shirt, he gave me my fish and chips. No fork! So they lost a point for no fork. And surprisingly, on the beach, near enough, they've got a B&M's. How cool's that? An actual B&M's. It's not cool at all, I'm just saying. Oh, Larkin's store, didn't notice that. Right, I've no idea how to get out of here. Oh, I've really messed up, I should have come around here. It's a lot prettier around here than it was around there. Did I do the right thing then? What was I supposed to go then? Just no one else did. Oops. I know what I was doing, I was pushing that further in. There you go, makes it more steady now, less wobbly hopefully. Like I was underwater the other day. It's a very noisy pub. As in very, very noisy. No, it's a lovely little place. And it's not overly busy, because it's a bank holiday. I found somewhere to park fairly easily. Beach wasn't overly full. prom wasn't overly full. Got served in the fish and chip place quite early as well. Well, I literally got served straight away, unfortunately. It took 10 minutes to get my fish and chips. There we go. So we're going to Highbridge, Wells and Bristol. Bristol. I'm from Somerset, mate. So it's going to be mainly motorways on the way back because, well, it's going to be the M5 and the M6 and that's going to be it. But we might meet some exciting things on the way back, you never know. Never say never. Oh, and also earlier on today, ended up driving up and then down the Cheddar Gorge. And nope, me neither. I filmed it coming down though, so I'll put that up when I get in. Done my vlog. Done my COVID test already. It kind of struck me yesterday that I do my COVID test after I've been out and about. So I do it on a Saturday night now, just in case don't you dare come through, because I'm oh, we're alright, we're through. You're going straight on, yeah, in that really horrible coloured car. Yeah, it's glorious round here. Toff, I know you watched the other one that I did. If the picture quality is better than the one I did from Rochdale, can you just do a like, please? And then I know I've kind of sorted it a little bit. Don't type anything because I can't read it, I'm driving, but if you like it, I'll see a like. And I'll be like, ah, there's a like. And then I'll know. Ah, there you go, thank you. You can take it off as well, maybe. I don't ask for likes unless it's a good way of signalling to me. So. So yeah, I think it's because it was that high up, everything was rubbing against the bodywork of the ceiling of the car, and I had it pushed. The phone, instead of having the gripper in the middle, it was at one end, so the end where the lens was just, well, yeah, it was shocking. It did look like I was driving through somewhere that had been flooded quite badly. So I've done 244 miles today, including the Cheddar Gorge, which was a bit bonkers. That was busy. Bloody hell. Oh, hang on a minute. Bristol, A38, a motorway, M5. Highbridge and Burnham-on-Sea. I can't remember what the town was called, what they did in Dad's army, but I knew it was something on sea. So the whole joke of the Let's Walk Around that I've done today is it's the town where the Russians actually landed, but the plucky British got rid of the Ruskies. So, yeah. That'll probably go up quite soon actually, because most of the ones I've got at the moment in the can are in Wales, and I just don't want to do a lot of Welsh ones in one lump. So down south here in Bristol is much better. Right, Bristol. Right, we need to go, yeah. To be fair, we drove past Bristol. So yeah, we do need to sort that out. I drove into the back of that Fiesta then. Let's just go from Burnham-on-Sea. Why does it show me a different road from Burnham-on-Sea? That makes no sense. Right, we're on the M5 now. we will be going northbound, following the feisty Fiesta. Okay, that's a bit of a turn. Doing that at 40 mile an hour, and it felt like I'm doing it at 110. Like crikey. So we're on the motorway. Now up to 69, 70. So 145 miles from London. That there London, mate. We're about 40 miles from Bristol, I think it said. I was too busy looking at that there London, mate. Oh, who buys a Renault Capture and then gets it all covered in muck like that? It's not an off-road car, you know, mate. Shish. Those hills you might be able to see in the distance under the cloud, that's where the Cheddar Gorge is. It's more to your right from what you can see at the moment. But yeah, it was quite nice. A bit hair-raising. Took about an hour to get to and get back from. I was going to film the vlog there, but it was just too busy. There was nowhere really to park. So, right, going round the outside of this Audi, the old 70 TB. Why, when you've got an Audi, why do you wear earphones when you're driving your car? I mean, it would work for me, because I can't have the radio on while I'm talking to you guys or streaming. To be fair, he might be streaming. Could be a fellow tuber. Or could it be OnlyFans guy? He did look the type, to be fair. Judging people, what am I like? Anyway, we're coming up to some services. I'm 70 at the minute. I'm expecting to hit some traffic, but not as much traffic as I will do tomorrow. For tomorrow, it's going to be a heavy traffic day. Someone's written on the back of that thing that's just overtook me, like a heart and loves dust in the dust on the back of it, which I find rather amusing. Just easily pleased like that though. Anyway, I digress. Yeah, so currently we're kind of going northbound, but it's more like northeast, and we will end up in Birmingham, and then that's when we'll join the M6. I can see the Cheddar Gorge to my far right. Like I say, you'll see it on a video at some point, so don't worry your pretty little heads about it. Focus gets past me. I'm doing 70, I'm getting caught by a car towing a caravan. What the hell? I thought they were limited to like 50 miles an hour. It's literally going to climb in my boot. It's a Saab. I had a Saab once. It's really good till the engine blew up on the motorway. Anyway, I'm doing bang on 70. And here we go. Oh my, the caravan looks older than me. Bits hanging off it and everything. Unbelievable. 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 So in a caravan at that speed. If I had to slow down then to just under 70, so let the BMW past. still under 70 now, to be fair. There's no great rush to get back. It's going to take about 3 hours, I would have thought. And that's assuming there's no major traffic delays, which there will be. So if we get on for 9:30, I'll be impressed. If we get on for 10, I'll be a little bit disappointed. If we get on for about 11, I'll be good. Like a fish that's been good. Scenery's lovely though around here. It's amazing how even the greenery changes as well. See all the little yellow, white flowers on the side of the motorway. So we're going through a cut-in. Doing okay at the moment. We're still on the M5. We will be for a while, to be fair. Got a little red car coming up behind me. So here we go, Bristol South and Western Supermare. We've already done Western Supermare as a video. And Buxton Adventure Park. Sounds exciting. I don't tell me we're going to overtake the caravan going at 70. Don't tell me it can slow down to a reasonable speed. No, just got help. Nothing behind me though, so it wasn't too worrying. Right, so the caravan going at speed has now pulled over to the left-hand lane. I'm still quite close to this VW to pull into that lane, plus there's cars coming, lots of cars coming off the slip road, so the VW's now pulled out behind me, in front of me anyway. But I can't do anything, it's got an Audi overtaking me. Eventually. I think it braked because it thought I was going to pull out. But no, no need for that. So the road's going to bend slowly around to the right. I'm sure when I came, this red van was on the motorway and it was coming the other way. Driving like an auto then as well. I'm doing pretty much 70 at the minute. Just under, but got some more hills ahead. Some of these hills, I don't know whether the Chilterns or the Mendips, or the Chilterns and the Mendips are the same, I don't know. Don't being round here, I have no idea. Yeah, speedy caravans pulled ahead again. And now the VW's gone. We can go back up to 70. Tesla. First one I've seen today, unusually. It's got the VW behind us at the moment. This road snakes left now. The M6 is fairly straight compared to this motorway. It looks like speeding caravans got caught in traffic again. To be fair, there is a lot of traffic ahead. Keep an eye out for bright lights. Let's go past the Audi. About 70 at the minute. There are bright lights now. There's a car ahead weaving around quite a bit. It's gone behind the caravan. There's a lorry in our lane, but nothing behind me, so I'm going to pull out now so that I can get past the lorry without having to wait for other cars to pass me. Because there's a van behind me now, but gaining, but would have got in the way of me overtaking. So it's a Pukio, red one. How many of you have looked up Burnham-on-Sea as well? Right. I did toilet and I had some fish and chips while I was there. So, is that car going to come off here? No. The car just looked like it was going to barrel from the third lane to the middle lane to the first lane to the slip road. But to be fair, it didn't. It just undertook the Volvo. Which to be fair is probably worse. Little white van's just pulled off behind me as well. He's got on the slip road, or she, they, it. So we're going to go to 4 lanes in a moment. It's amazing the amount of countryside and everything around us here. And miles before you get to Birmingham, it's just utter conurbation, buildings, factories, houses, flats and everything. And we're on a raised up bit as well. At this end, it's like beautiful countryside. And there's another little white van. So we've lost one little white van and gained another one, unless it's the same one and he did a very sneaky overtaking manoeuvre on me, which is plausible. So we've got a bit of a climb here, which means to be white is 4 lanes for the lorries that struggle. And the little vans that struggle as well, by the looks of things, crikey. I think he's doing his nails. What? Yeah, so it's like the M62, they give us 3 lanes so we can overtake lorries and the like. We're catching up with the caravan as well, because obviously it's going up a hill. So does make it harder. I'm still doing 70, so I've not changed my speed. But it'll no doubt pull away again now because we'll come down the other side of the hill. You've also got it a bit like the M6, you've got it on 2 different levels as well. It does this when it goes through the bottom row of mountains and hills at the Lake District. You've got 2 different levels, and it's doing it here as well in the Mendips or whatever the hell it is. I'm still doing 70. There's a few brake lights popping on every now and then ahead, so I'll slow down to 65. Just in case there's something going on ahead. Looks like someone's been paddleboarding. So if you look far left, you can see the docks at Bristol. You can't now, but you could. Look at this footbridge here. Talk about an angle. Crikey. You'll need rope and tackle to climb that. I've slowed down to about 60 now. Oh, about 65-ish. Again, the docks on the left. Now behind the trees. That caravan's wobbling a little bit. What we need to do is accelerate when that happens. Don't brake, which is why I'm going past it, because that caravan is squirming. He's got it right now, he's straightened it up. Just under 70 at the minute. Let's go past the Gardano services. Nope, me neither. Well, it looks like caravan slowed down, the Audi caravan. Maybe saw the other one doing the fishtail and I thought, oh, better take it easy. Yeah, I'm still doing 70 and I'm gaining on it now, unless it's coming off at the services, which you could be doing, I suppose. Do you have to have caravans MOT'd? Because that looks really, really old and a bit rickety. Yeah, he's pulled off at the services. That exit anyway, it's not just services, is it? We're down to about 65 at the minute. Car behind me, so we'll let that go and then we'll get back up to 70, get past the Seats. Bristol, Avonmouth and Docks, and again you can go to London from here. all roads lead to London. Pussycat, pussycat, where have you been? I've been to London, and now I'm queen. Said Brady, I know where it sits, but a nice little cold man, Pussing Boots. Right, we're going over the River Avon now, I assume. Shed loads of vans parked up in a car park there, and then the actual river, and then what looks like a power station. That's all on the left. And then you got the wind turbines and the docks and everything as well there. We get past this Morrison's lorry. Right, I was going to go in the lane where the Morrison's lorry was, but now it's turned into a slip road. Which is a bit annoying because this car is just sat in the, well, there's a whole row of them just sat in the middle lane. Well, there's little or no need for them to be. So it's M49 South Wales, Cardiff and Newport. They've got Matrix as well. We've got red flashing lights ahead. Are they red or are they orange? Can't see a bit of them. There's a few flashing lights. There's red and orange. No blue though. Oh, it's a recovery of a vehicle. That explains it. These bridges here were built by Isabard Kingdom Brunel. Personally, yeah. We're only doing 65 because of this Citroen, which I'll be honest is getting on my nerves a little bit. So we're up to 70 now. So go past another Isabard Kingdom Brunel bridge. That guy's on a different planet. He actually looked like Johnny Cab off of Total Recall. The way he was sat and the way he was looking, and the lack of neck, well, lack of chin, like Johnny Cab. Oh, that amused me. Anyway, another hill, so we've got another overtaking lane for the lorries at Exeter. A rather bizarre trailer there on the left. Candy canes, massive candy canes, so it must be some kind of child attraction of some sort. The caravan. Vehicle there pulling onto the hard shoulder. There's a woman. There goes the fourth lane. Got another, oh no, I thought it was another Citroen Picasso in the way, but it's not. Oh, we got Matrix though. We've got Matrix this time. Variable speed limits. What's the Matrix going to say? It's going to say 60 or 50. 60, so we'll slow down. It's not told me why it's gone down to 60, but it's gone down to 60. So I'm doing 60. Still 60. I'm getting caught up by it's like a Jaguar behind me. this bridge, and then I'll pull into that gap between this white car and this blue car. Oh, the Jag's now pulled in behind me anyway, so I'm now the only car in this lane apart from another car that's belted up behind me. Again, here's hard shoulder, so there must be congestion ahead. Just need to get past this white car. I don't have local knowledge. So we can let the Daihatsu, whatever the hell it is, Nissan, come past. Right, Midlands and Gloucester, so we're in the right lane for that, which is the two right lanes. If we go in the second lane, we end up going to London, and we go in the first lane, we end up going to, I don't know where we end up going actually, Bristol? Because Bristol apparently is huge. Doing 60. Oh, Thornbury and Filton, A38. Obviously. I feel such a fool. Blues and twos on the other side, ambulance. Right. We're back up to national speed limit again. So we can whack it back up to 70-ish. Nice building on the left, I don't know if you can see it or not. It's like a tower, and it's the RAC building. They got the other nice one, well they got two other nice ones I know of. One at like Wembley Way, and then one in Birmingham, which we may pass. Well, we will pass, but you may see. So we're going on 70. This is like a mini spaghetti junction. Got a Honda or something coming up behind me. Oh, it's a Mazda. They all look the same, these cars. Doing 70. So Mazda comes up, overtakes. That DPD lorry can stay there because that becomes a lane. Right, variable speed limit ends. Okay. So it's a very short, smart motorway. So we're now leaving Bristol, Somerset, running towards Birmingham. So we've gone around that one. I'll tell you a weird thing. You know, I was on about the fuel the other day, and it's changed to E10 or whatever it was. Well, I'm doing 70 now, and it's just under 3,000 revs now. I'm like, what the hell? Have to do 4,000 revs. It's insane. Look at all the cloud over here. I reckon I may have even got a bit of a tan today. But I am going pale again. I was only there for about an hour and a half. In Andy Burnham. BMW's just overtook me in the third lane, then pulled into this lane. You can only see what's going to go into the first lane now. Or not. Does he get overtaken by another Mazda? It's the not usual suspects who are acting like idiots today. Oh, I'll say that. Here comes an Audi at 100 miles an hour. Sees all them cars in front and then slams his brakes on. There you go. Genius. Right, it's warning about wind, that sign, for high-sided vehicles. There's a windsock, so it's not that windy today, which is good. It's also blowing the opposite direction, so if it blows the lorry over, the lorry will end up in the hard shoulder, not on me. So I can live with that. I mean, sure, not fall over, obviously, for the driver's sake and everything, but you know. Quite a few brake lights ahead. Might be because it's gone down to one lane because a bus is overtaking a lorry. Or a coach is overtaking a lorry. It's done it now though, so shouldn't slow things down too much. Dursley. It's very shy though. Put the sign in front of a tree. No, behind a tree. No, I don't know one ever visits. Slimbridge Wetland Centre. Sorry, seems to be a little bit waving around a little bit. A bit windy, or whether it's because he's making a cup of tea. The coach is well cleared it anyway. In fact, the coach is, yeah, I'm going to say, about to overtake another lorry. Big rig. I thought I said wimpy then. I know there's a few wimpies still around, but I don't think they really warrant articulated lorries at the moment. Majorcoachwares.com. Oh yeah, very, very slow vehicle ahead. slow down to 64. 65 maybe, I don't know. Oh, slow vehicles going off, RAC. Friends for life now. Coach driver. Well, for another 5 minutes or so. Hopefully both of us will live longer than 5 minutes or so, but you know. Slow down to about 65 at the minute. Almost down to 60 then. So these cars here. Back up to 70. And they're pulling out to overtake this van. It's an Argos van, isn't it? Going at that speed, you're not going to get a same day delivery, are you? A few more bright lights ahead, but I've no idea why. We're passing the point where the brake lights were. It might have been someone's just pulled out in front of someone else overtaking, so they've had to brake. So I'm doing 70 at the minute. Yeah. See, another not normal suspect was a Nissan. Looked at the Volvo whilst being overtaken by Mercedes. I just thought someone was pedalling a bike then. Could I say good God? No. But no, it's a proper motorbike, it's alright. So this is more like a scrambler. Doing the knowledge. It's alright, you just pulled right in front of me, it's fine. I'm trying to drop back from the Seats, but I've got a VW behind me and we're gaining on this car in the first lane. So if I pull into the first lane, I'm going to have a line of traffic overtaking me. But the Seat is only doing 65. God's sake. So we're all about to be overtaken by a VW. The good news is the Seat's pulled the finger out and they're actually going quite fast now. It's going a bit dark and miserable down here. Which is no good. Very overcast, very cloudy. And it's been beautiful in Burnham-on-Sea, at Burnham-on-Sea. It's alright, don't panic. Don't panic, Mr. Mannering, don't panic. They went in there, did a joke. I'm not saying it was a good joke, but it was a joke anyway. Stroud. I don't know anything about Stroud. I don't know anyone who's come from Stroud. I don't know anyone who's been to Stroud. Can't think of anyone famous from Stroud. So there you go, Stroud. My opinions on it. Another caravan. You think the caravanners would stay caravanning, wouldn't you? Because it's bank holiday tomorrow. So Gloucester and Cheltenham, 8 and 15 miles. Should be Cheltenham and Gloucester really, shouldn't it? Oh, we've got caravans overtaking, caravans overtaking. Caravans. Got a VW coming at me 100 million miles an hour. Ironically, not quite fast enough for my liking, even though I'm doing 70. There you go. So there's that big building again. On the right, I think we featured it before. It's outside Gloucester. You got Gloucester Docks and Gloucester Cathedral as well. Looking at that sign, they're nowhere near each other. That building there looks like it's just different buildings they've just stuck together with a bit of sticky back plastic and then stuck a chimney on it. Junction 12 of the M5. I'm expecting a lot of cars to disappear, and then at the next junction a lot of cars to appear, because I think Gloucester's one of them places where a lot of people go to and come from, so that's not the main Gloucester junction. Gloucester services 1 mile. Another Mazda overtaking me. I think it's been a Mazda day out day today. Oh, that went a bit wobbly then, with that caravan. Lakeside water. Sounds lovely. But it doesn't actually. Think what dies in lakes. Oh, I want to drink lakeside water, you're alright. I don't mind looking at lakes, don't want to drink the water. So we are now heading towards, I think, I'm sure there's another Gloucester turn-off. That's when I'm expecting the traffic to get busy again. Although, like I say, I don't know this motorway that well, I'll be honest. Cirencester and Gloucester, yeah, I did Cirencester. Lovely church in Cirencester. Splash the cash, they'll let you in, even if you're an Anthonist, like I am. Going back to the water, yeah, I think I'd sooner have lake water. No, I'd sooner have river water than lake water, because at least river water's flowing. It's not stagnant, whereas a lake, yeah. It says lakeside, it doesn't say lake water. So maybe they get the water from the river that fills the lake, from the side. Ah. But no, you're alright. Expecting a lot more traffic. Sadly, was not to be. quite dull and dismal ahead. To be fair, it's looking dull and dismal here as well. Look in the rearview mirrors. And it's looking, there's a lot of blue sky in the far, far distance behind me. Yeah, it's definitely a bit cloudy. This is where you come off for the cathedrals, etc., and the Forest of Dean. See, Octo Couriers there, doing over 70. You will get same day delivery with them guys. Like that, but there was a tractor in the field in a shed, well, in a greenhouse with no glass in it whatsoever. What's the point of parking it in a shed if there's nothing protecting it from the elements? It's madness. Here now. Junction 9 is 6 minutes, junction 8 is 9 minutes. We've got to get to junction 1. Worcester is 23 miles. It's not even mentioned in Birmingham yet, which is a bit of a worry. It's going dark. 20 past 6. It's like an old slip road now. Out of a forest. Slip road, but this is actually a slip road. That's another big rig. Seems to become friends now with the lakeside water van. Coach is miles behind me now. Might not even be on the motorway anymore, might have turned off. So what's this junction? Junction 9, Evesham and Tewkesbury. Tewkesbury. And Evesham as well. Evesham Micros is where I got my Amiga from, and my Commodore 64 as well. Mail order. Well, that was a mail and I ordered it. Mail order. So we've got South Wales, Midlands, Worcester. So doing about 70. Right, I'm getting overtaken by the unusual suspects today, driving like nutters. And then yeah, like a Peugeot then. And now I'm getting pulled out of by the usual, not by the usual suspects to do that. It's normally these guys are overtaking me and pull out in front of me. And now it's the BMW pulling out and he's holding everyone up behind him. Like, what is going on? It's like I'm coming to an alternate universe. Basically, the charger wasn't working. I thought it was. So my phone battery ran out. It's only on 2%. Hopefully we're going to charge it quicker than it uses the battery. I've come off the M5 and I went onto the M50 and I'm now in a little tiny lay-by near a roundabout and I've no idea where I am. I could ask, I suppose. Where am I? I'm near Twittock's Cottages, near Tewkesbury. On the A38. So I'm off road. Well, I'm off motorway. On roads I don't know, and I'm not exactly sure how we're supposed to get back to we're supposed to be going. View mode, okay, viewpoint. Oh, right, okay, off. Right, I'm very confused. Trying to do two things at once on my phone, which never works very well. Right, okay. That's good. I don't know how to get back to the motorway though. Because the junction I come off is a bit like the one at Ashton, where you can either come off the way I come off, or not come off the way I come off. No, hang on. Come off the way I come off, or go on in the same direction, but you can't go in the opposite direction. So basically in Tewkesbury. 1839. Oh, well, the tractor coming. I'll let the tractor. Well, it's more so I'll let the Mercedes go. So let's see, yeah. So yeah, that's never happened before. I've never had the battery run out on the phone before. But there you go. So we're 3 miles from Tewkesbury on the A38. But I know we're driving back towards the M5. So then look, we'll see a sign for the M5. And then we'll be like, right, that's where we're going to go. Pucker up. Pucker up. Really? Pucker up. Oh, that sounds amazing. It's quite posh actually. Got a golf course there. What's this one for? Twining. That's where they get the tea from, innit? Must have tea plantations there. And now we're in Shuttonga. Exactly. Shuttonga. So basically looking for the M5. Tewkesbury Hand Car Wash. It says maximum speed 40, but maximum speed is 40 anyway. Wooden end. Now max speed is 50. Using the ornament. Car from van in front's just disappearing outside. Doing about 45 and a 50. Hopefully heading towards the motorway. There's a big tower thing. What is that? Another tractor. I'll go down to a 40 again. Hard on the brakes, but on the brakes. Right, Tewkesbury right ahead. Ledbury to the right. These buildings look quite posh. It's really quite neat, but there's some old buildings at the same style. Oh, there we go. A38 in brackets M5. So I am a genius. I found my way back to the M5 indirectly. Phew. Going over a river. Oh, it might be a canal actually. Oh, it's got. Well, this is really nice. Oh, that was possibly canal. This is possibly the river, or the other way around. Look at that old building there as well on the right. It's falling apart. Right, we have to go through the town centre. I assume I'm in Tewkesbury now. So if nothing else, it's a recce, isn't it? Just recceing it out, thinking, right, I need to get to the water areas in Tewkesbury. If this is indeed Tewkesbury. Uber Dental Care. Yeah, Tewkesbury. Another classic building there on the right, the Tudor Hotel, which was obviously made in the Elizabethan times, I'll have to say, something like that. Sneak preview. And another one sticking out there on the right, black and white building, I don't know if you can see it or not, looking very rickety. Then all these flag things they've got hanging out. It's the Salvation Army. And then one on the left now, behind the white van, old rickety building. More flags. They like the flags, don't they? The old flags. They're more black and white buildings on the right. So the right side is better preserved, although we've got two opposite each other here, on left and right. That look rather nice. And the peacocks. I could have sworn peacocks have gone bust. What do I know? Anyway, got to look for the motorway sign now, which is this way, so we'll go that way. Oh wow, just caught a glimpse of the cathedral. Oh, ho, ho. Guess where I'm coming. Might even be tomorrow yet, I don't know. Because these flag things might not be a permanent thing. Oh, not as on bikes. Some things don't change no matter where you go. Raven there at the end. It's like Blackpool Illuminations, old style. Oh, there you go, there's a line, isn't there? Blackpool Illuminations that you can enjoy day and night. And environmentally friendly, it doesn't use any electricity at all. Let's go to Morrison's. 133.9. Right, motorway, straight on. It was a slip road for something. We're in Newton. There's a toll house. You can always tell the toll houses because they've got a round bit on them next to the road, which is, well, say around hexagon. So Golf is 133.9 as well. That was a nice little excursion. And that looks like a motorbike just turning right around in front of me. Tewkesbury Industrial Estates. Don't just have one. almost in the Midlands. So what we've done is we've backtracked on ourselves, but it's all good. The main thing is you stay with me this time. So we're doing with the battery. Battery's on 3% now, so it is going up slowly. And we are using it, so. Back on the M5 now, heading towards the Midlands, and hopefully the battery won't run out this time. So I was chatting away to you and you just gone. Like that. Typical. It does the phone good to be flat batteried every now and then. It's not very often. It's probably the second time it's ever done it on this phone. I think I'm getting rid of it in the new year. The motorway feels a lot fuller than it did before as well. Pretty much as soon as I say that, all the brake lights come on. So Ross and White M50. Where does the M50 go? It says junction 6 12 minutes, junction 4 22 minutes. Oh, this is the junction I come off at, so basically you are seeing the whole of the M5, because this is a bit I come off at when the battery went. So somewhere along here, that's when the battery went. Yeah, because obviously I'd have come off at the last junction, wouldn't I? Which would have been a lot easier to be fair. I need to get out of this lane. Tricky because it's quite congested. Someone's had a fun day with the horses. Yeah, you go off there, the only exit is the M50. So I went down the M50 for a mile and ended up at the first junction, which I came off at, which is the one I couldn't get back on again at. So that's why I drove through Tewkesbury. To be fair, it was worth doing that because that was a gorgeous place. Well, it's big class as a city, you know, if it's got a cathedral. It's certainly got a very impressive church anyway. Again, lots and lots of bright lights ahead. In the far distance, I don't think they pick them up on the camera. But now it's saying Birmingham. It's now using the word Birmingham, which is good. It's not using the word Wigan yet, which is bad. It's using the word Birmingham, which is good. So, lots of vehicles going off at the services. They must be very popular services. There's practically a queue on the slip road for that. So we've got a racing car ahead of us on a trailer. Look at this. A blue, metallic blue capture. Very nice. 65 reg. What's this racing car doing? Is that a Jaguar or is it a Porsche? This wants to buy forkers anyway. No idea what that was. Might have been a Lotus. Overtake this big rig, overtaking a big rig, or trying to anyway. Doesn't look like it's going very successfully at the moment. Can't blame him for trying though. Oh, he's catching over there, he's catching over there. Yeah, he's now level with the back of it. On the slip road, looks like another racing car actually, on a trailer. Probably from the same race meeting. Oh no, it's not, it's a boat. Definitely not from the same race meeting. Unless the track were flooded, in which case anything is possible. So it's coming up to, it's 18:56 at the minute. We're doing 70 miles an hour on the M5 and we are going so just above Birmingham. We're in Birmingham. Just been overtaken by a Vauxhall and a Skoda. There's nothing else behind me for quite a way, to be fair. Although there is a car now just pulled into my lane that was in the third lane that's rapidly approaching, and a couple of other cars as well, but the gap was huge. It's bigger than the gap to the cars in front of me, but it's about to be totally and utterly destroyed. There you go. It's a Mazda again. Got our usual suspect coming though. We've got a BMW, a white BMW coming behind me. So some things don't change. Then we get another Vauxhall. Again, there was nothing, they were miles behind me. And I'm just tootling along at 70 here. There's a bit of a gap again now to the next lot of cars, but they are gaining slowly. So we've got a motorbike on the back of this trailer. Oh, it's a hell of a motorbike. Proper Hell's Angel style, I'm all about that one. We got now Worcester and Evesham, the A44 junction 7. So it's took us a little bit longer than I'd have hoped, as I get overtaken by Ford Focus to get here. But anyway, we're here now, and you're still with us, which is good. So junction 4A is 14 minutes. Citroen that's barrelled up behind me, which itself is about to be overtaken by a very fast usual suspect Audi, and the near normal usual suspect of a Mini, and I'm being held up by an unusual suspect, which is an Audi, and here comes the Citroen. Just under 70. Let's get overtaken by a transit van. Motorway's got a bit fuller again. It seems to be going different speeds to everyone else. I'm either catching them up and overtaking them, or more being overtaken. Caravan here. Not sure, that might have been one we passed earlier actually, but to be honest, they all look the same, don't they? It's not that one that was going fast though. I pulled into services, so there is a possibility it could be ahead of us again. I don't know for definite. So Worcester and Kidderminster. Big attractions here are Steam Railway and a safari park. Junction 2 is 20 minutes. Bear in mind, Junction 1 is the M6. So 20 minutes, that's actually, yeah, we are getting there a lot quicker than I was expecting. I need this car to overtake me. Oh, it's Wimpy. That was ages ago, wasn't it, when I said about Wimpy? There you go. It's a Wimpy truck. Again. So it shows you how much time we've lost. variable speed limit now. So Birmingham is only 23 miles away. I can live with that. If it's 23 miles away to Birmingham, 20 minutes to junction 4, that means hopefully there'll be no major delays on this motorway. So we could be doing okay. So we're just doing under 70 at the minute. We've got this camper van thing in the third lane. It's got more polyfiller on it than it's got paint. Don't forget, a while we'll have to slow down as well, because we have to do 60 mile an hour as we get to the M6 for emissions. At the moment I'm doing under 70 anyway, but that one gets out of my way, which is good. The camper van gets more in my way, but it's doable now. So we're back up to 70. Got a ute. So I'm trying to overtake this camper van thing, but I can't because I've got an Audi on my back quarter. As we get overtaken by a new usual suspect, Mazda, and a Mercedes, so old usual suspect, and a VW, old usual suspect. But this Audi is literally attached to my tyre. My side at the back. Oh, now it's passing me. Might come into shots any second now. Yeah, it's pulled into my lane. Well, the lane I was in. That's what was holding me up. Having said that, the camper van's floored it now. It's pulled away from it and I'm still doing 70, so that's fine. Citroen in the outside lane, which is finally just pulled over. So let another Citroen through. It's a weird day today. Get more Audis and BMWs getting in the way, rather than me getting in the way of them or them just overtaking me. It's very bizarre. Just joined us, we're on the M5, we're entering the outskirts of Birmingham. We've got Bromsgrove and Droitwich. We've got a lorry ahead of me, so I have to slow down because I'm being overtaken by a Range Rover and a Ford. I.e., I couldn't indicate that because the Range Rover had nowhere to go because it was being overtaken by a Ford. Junction 5 now. So I'll do 70. So it's now saying M6, no, M5, northwest Birmingham. Yeah, that's what we're on. I said M6 then. Well, we are coming up to the M6, but we've got to get through the conurbation of Birmingham. I was catching up with the camper van, which seems to have now decided to drive normally, i.e. in the left-hand lane. Oh, it's the commentator box. Next. They use them at country fairs and things like that. Public address hire. Slow down to 65 mile an hour, what the hell? Oh, I got sleep, climb, slow lorries for 1 mile. But this is going quite slowly ahead of me. Again, get held up by an Audi. Right, we need to stay on this for the M5 now anyway, so we're in the right lane for the M5. Let's get overtaken by Nissan. Northwest Birmingham, so we stay where we are. So they're all pulling off, which means that the other side will get a load coming on. There's the bridge, not this one, the next one for the cars coming onto us. To be fair, it doesn't look very busy. Oh, there you go, there's a van. White van with a red tick at the back of it. Which should come into view from our left as it joins the motorway. There it is. There's a few cars that were hidden. So sunny. There's the van. Sonny Jim's got stuck between, he was behind me basically. He's got an Audi to his outside, so he's pulled behind the Audi now. Severn Valley Railway and a safari. How many safari parks are there? I thought there was only 2. Knowsley and one down south somewhere. See if we can hear a noisy bugger, but no, David himself. Birmingham M6 and Stourbridge. Still stuck behind the Audi. I'm only doing about 60 mile an hour at the minute. It seems to have slowed down again. I think I'm thinking I'm further ahead than I am. Like up to 70. Mercedes in my way. Just slow down like that past and then I can pull out. We're doing about 65. So we swing round. M6 exit 9 minutes, so no real delays. Petrol 134.9, diesel 136.9. For services, that's not that bad. Frankly, I think they're decent prices. Frankly, I think, yeah, frankly services, frankly, I think they do now, okay. I'll get me coat. I'll get me coat. So we're coming to the end of the M5 now, so it's going to go all up in the air on stilts until we get to the M6, which will still be on stilts, and then we're just northbound then till we get to well, Wigan. We'll slow down here to 65 thereabouts. Wigan West and Central. 7 minutes to the M6. I thought it'd be a bit worse with it being a bank holiday. I've said that, like I've said before, I don't understand why these people coming back with the caravans. But surely it makes more sense to stay another day. Stay now. If you've got to go away, don't run for yesterday. Just stay another day. Stay now, stay now. Please don't leave me alone like this. Sorry. So we are now getting into some industrially buildings on the right then. The motorway's quite down a little bit as well actually. Saying that, I'm getting blocked in by Kia now. So Dudley is 6 miles and Wolverhampton 16. Dudley. Tell when there's buildings around because they have these massive fences. I assume there's houses to our left. As we swing round here, you just see all the buildings on the wall as we go to the 60 mile an hour section. You're a ute though, you're excluded from 60 miles an hour. Apparently. So this is Wolverhampton, Dudley and Sandwell. Doing about 60 miles an hour. Get overtaken by a BMW. Yay! World's go back to normal again. So we're now quite high up. And I was telling you, right, because you've got these lines going across, which is where the concrete blocks end for each section that they built for the bridge, the flyover thing. To be overtaken by the Jaguar that I let out before. Obviously excluded from 60 mile an hour limit as well. The good news is we're very near the M6. The bad news is we're very near the M6. And the M6 could be a nightmare. this was a lot quieter, the M5, than I was anticipating. So yeah, we're literally driving over a lot of industrial units. And you see all the flats and everything. A nice phallic symbol ahead. Behind Roman camp. Yeah. Seem to be under the impression it's okay to pull in right in front of me. Trying to get into our lane, which it does. I think the Fiesta's going to follow as well by pulling in front of the... Don't slam your brakes on a thing. Yeah, slam your brakes on. What could possibly go wrong on a motorway when I've got another car that's just done the same thing behind me that he's had in front of him? Anyway, good news is back to national speed limit now, so we can do 70 again. Otherwise, got his hazards on. He might be driving like that because his car's broke down, because he's going very slowly. Anyway, M6 South is the left lane, M6 North, weirdly, are the right lanes. So the M6 South is going to go under or over us, and we're going to go over or under the other M6. Yeah, another car, it's an Audi again, just pulling out in front of me. For God's sake. Right, the northwest also Wolverhampton is where we're heading. Well, we're not, we're heading to Wigan. So remember earlier on I was on about the beautiful, well not beautiful, but the interesting building. Oh, over. They're going over us, we're going under them. But remember when I was on about the RSC building that was quite spectacular with its tower and everything? Well, you might see the one in Birmingham in a minute. So we head around the corner. We need to get past this, yeah, thank you. I mean, you need to get past me as well, man. Same difference. Then we can get past the Millamuck. Something like that anyway. Then here we go again, more concrete. You think, oh that's the M6 there, we're going to join that. That's what you think. Okay, then you were right. So we're now heading north on the M6, having come off the M5. It's currently only 3 lanes. We're allowed to stay in this lane? I don't think so, so we'll pull out. Got a BMW in front of me that wasn't getting everywhere. Oh, the building on the right then, that was it. Nice building. And then a Mercedes also blocking me in as well, so I'm completely blocked in. I'm doing 60 mile an hour on the M6. We're heading towards the sun. Why's that car braking? I don't know. Right, the BMW that was in my lane has now pulled into the slip road. Mercedes that was on my right that I've just got past again. What? Mustang there. It's going to come past me again. So I thought it was going to cut behind me and come off there, but no. Delays possible till spring 2022, it says. I hope not. Got to be at work on Tuesday. Got IKEA on the far left, the yellow building with the yellow flags. Currently doing 60-ish. .60 anyway, roadwork. About 50, probably about 57. A big long line of traffic, which mysteriously all the ones in the left lane have just disappeared. They're all going to Wolverhampton. Also, the cinema I used to go to back in the day. Shut down, it's a building site now. Cinemas have had their day, I think. Disney advertising stuff on the radio and on the telly, only available on Disney Plus, i.e. not in cinemas. Okay, that's weird. Got my lights on, I didn't realise I had. Anyway, we've got through the roadworks, so we're back to national speed limit in theory. Have a look, shall we? Look, see. There's a big gap there between the Audi in front of me and the Mercedes behind me. Doing 65. Oh, now I'm doing 69-ish. Okay, now I'm doing about 70. Say hard shoulder for emergency use only, so we're not allowed to use the hard shoulder today. Fair dues. Oh. I just pulled across. Again, we're doing about 65-ish. Now we're doing about 60. the M54 north at Mid Wales, Telford, Wolverhampton and Shrewsbury. Doing about 60, kind of around about 60, then a bit less, then a bit more and a bit less. Now we're accelerating a little bit. We're now almost up to 70. I think it's because we've got an extra lane for the slip road, but it may slow down again when the cars coming off the motorway come on the M6. Little Fiat I've just overtook, just pulled out behind me. Finally getting past Leon's coaches. It's took a while. Don't hang around, Leon. It's the king of coaches. Come out, mate. I'm not bothered. Mercedes just sat in the middle lane for no reason. So we're now going past services, and then we're coming up to Cannock and the M6 toll. Well, why you go on the M6 toll here? I've no idea. Because it's quicker and cheaper to go on the pardon me. Yeah. So we're doing 70. We've got these cars in the middle lane for no reason. So I can't actually pull into the middle lane, I'm stuck here. There's nothing directly behind me, there's nothing up my exhaust pipe, right? But it's just a bit, I don't like being in this lane for this length of time. Although technically I'm overtaking, so it's fine. Just very, very slowly. Oh, this is a cool bit actually. This is the back end of the motorway, isn't it? The M6 where you separate out. So keep an eye on that lorry and that Land Rover. We come up here. We've got a brake. Not good, because everyone's come this way. Just because it's cool. This is the M6 and it's one lane. Come on, that's cool. That stretches the imagination, that's cool. There's nothing on the M6 toll, so we can pull out, get around to whoever was going slow. Where's that lorry? It's all the way down there. So that was a lot slower because we had to brake. Someone was admiring the scenery. It's all going to brake in. We're now back in this lane again. For God's sake. And now it's fourth lane. Because all these cars are sat in the third lane. God damn it. Was that that's the Range Rover I was following before, wasn't it? I've got a Skoda up my arse now. Said no one ever. to get out of this lane because the Mercedes is keeping up with me. So I'm just holding the Skoda. All I can now is drop back a bit. There you go. So I'll let the Skoda through. Is it a Skoda? Yeah, it is a Skoda. So we're now M6 North. Mercedes van with a, I thought it was a surfboard, but it's not, it's one of them box things you put on top. Put your luggage in. What was it called? Okay. Just overtook a car, then it completely vanished. And I get back to my comfort zone now, which is not being in the overtaking lanes. I am overtaking this Audi. The Audi's just pulled into this lane. I was just going to pull into that lane. So why is he or they pulled into this lane? It's a 4-lane motorway, isn't it? Or does that turn into a slip road? Oh no, I'm confused now. Why has it done that? I can't see why it's done that, so I'm going to go in that lane. I don't see any reason why they pulled into this lane. There's lots of brake lights and things. An average speed check. I'm doing 60 at the minute. Oh, it's 40. No, 60. That's alright, I'm already doing 60, so I don't need to brake. Right, lane 3, the 4 is going to disappear, and lane 2 is with restriction. Right, lots of brake lights, lots and lots of brake lights. Yeah, my lane is quite clear at the minute. Everyone else is braking like crazy. Well, I think it's because lane 4 disappeared. I'm only doing 55 here. Still doing 55. This is insane. Just pulled through a Mercedes, which is about to overtake. I think it's Mercedes, or is it? Badge, someone's nicked the badge. It's a Vauxhall. I didn't think it was a Mercedes. So we're up to just under 60 miles an hour now. So yeah, I pulled that Vauxhall through with me. Braking at these doesn't make a difference, you silly sausage. It's average speed check. Like this car in the 3rd lane with no lights on. 4th, yeah, 3rd lane with no lights on. Oh, it's picked up speed now. I say it's not doing 60, I'm doing 60 now. doing 55 at the minute. Well, the car with no lights on is now pulled across, but it hasn't really helped anyone. They're all doing 55 ish. Got a line of cars following me in my lane. We're nearly at 55. They will drop right back now. I have no idea what's going on. It's a 60. 6-0. So I'm now up to 60. Took advantage of the lack of cars behind me to get into this lane. I've now got an actual Mercedes behind me, which has caught up. Well, 60 is much better than 50 for these things. It's also counted to the car's fuel emissions. So I've already figured out that 60 seems to be a better speed than 1750. Although I do prefer 70. Right, these are going. How fast are these going? Oh, this is weird now. I've caught up with these cars. Oh, they're doing 55, right, okay. There's only two of them. So I'm doing 60 again now. This is the most I've changed lanes in one of these for a while. It's like a needs must thing. Rover behind me. It might be the one I overtook when, when we were going through the funny bit where it went to one lane on the M60. It's the same colour anyway. Whether it's the actual same one or not, I don't know. Just realised I was going a little bit over 60 then, so I'll just drop it down a little bit. Just to get to the next ridge. So we're under 60 now, which should, well, take out the fact that we went at about 61, 62 a second or two ago. So it was in a rush. The problem we've got now is, well, it's not a problem, it's just a fact. We're all doing 60 mile an hour in these two lanes, so the white van and the Citroen and all the cars around behind me, well, now we've slowed down to 55. Well, the Range Rover's had enough. It's pulling across into a gap that isn't there. Must be coming up to their exit then. They're not going to get it because there's an articulated Warburton's lorry there. So no, they don't come off at that exit. And then so we're coming up and round Stone and Stafford north. Now the good news is we've got past the white van, so we can now pull into that lane. The impatient driver's passed. But now the Citroen, which was going quite fast before, isn't. But now I've just let all these cars come past, so I'm stuck behind the Citroen now. Citroen. Citroen has gone out of the way. Doing just under 50, under 60 at the minute. To be fair, I think if I leave it a couple of weeks, next time I come down here, there might be no restrictions whatsoever, because it looks like it's pretty much done anyway now. There'll be signs up saying how great they are. Look at us, we're great. We did this in less than 20 years. So Manchester is 54 miles away. Sun's just coming to view and it's setting quite nicely. This is 1951 though, not the year at the time. Getting past the Citroen. Getting quite a few brake lights up ahead. To the Citroen so we can come into that lane now. Although I fear I'm gaining on these quite rapidly, so these must be doing about 55 or something. Well, I'm doing under 60, so that Citroen's got to re-overtake me now. Yep, Citroen's coming past. Weirdly, my lane is pretty empty, and then the third lane has got a line of cars all breaking away there. So van moves out and undertakes the car in the middle. The second van does the same thing. Pulls out straight in front of the thing as the Citroen pulls in front of me. Which has completely blocked the view of the fun I was having then watching that. A lot of chaos ahead of us. Jumping and changing lanes, brake lights. Got an articulated lorry ahead. Looks like it's my turn to overtake the Citroen. Slow down to 55 mile an hour even though there's nothing directly in front of it. This is bonkers. It's like a really weird dance. I could have danced all night. Citroen is still the... oh, it's just dropped back a bit further. I'm doing like 59, just under 60. Can't pull into that lane now though because this VW van thing is getting closer. So... the eyes have it. We're down to 55 miles an hour now. There's a Mercedes coming up on the outside. Should let that pass. Thou shalt pass. Stupid number plate. Anyway, back up to 60. So going, that's that one, so still under 60, a little bit of a push, get us up to 60, as we go past the white van, minibus thing. brake lights. Like it's driving, it's dropping back, and then accelerating, and then braking. Which makes very little sense. Well, the white car's had enough. So watch this fly off and then brake again. Brilliant. Don't see what the point of that is, other than just wearing your brakes out. Which is great, that's what you're trying to do. You're doing a very good job on it. Keep up the good work. Still braking now. The white car's pulled back out again behind the black car. I'm just trying to get past that, and then I can get into lane 1. There you go. There you go. I think now we're coming up to national speed limit. Not yet though. I think they thought they were, so they've all fired off and then they all slowed down again. Manchester 43 miles. So we're still at 60. I think now, yeah, now we go to national speed limit. Crank it up. To get around this 4x4. Go there on the hard shoulder. So back up to 70 again, yay! And stuff. So it should, in theory, be decent all the way up to Haydock. Doesn't mean it will be, but it should be. accelerator then to give that VW space to pull out, because I couldn't pull out either way because that Mini was overtaking me and he was being pushed by that sports car, which is a Mazda, followed by another Mazda. What is going on? Followed by not a Mazda. My God. See, if I decided to have a caravan, I wouldn't have a caravan, I'd have one of them. Because they'd be better than towing a caravan, and also easy to reverse and a bit faster, particularly on country lanes. Been overtaken by a BMW that's on the back of a trailer, and I'm doing 70. There's that VW that I let out before. Another van, I'm doing 70 here. That white van there just blazing past me. For some reason we've slowed down to 60. Not exactly sure why. Oh, we're going up again now, 70. Just under 70 at the moment. Sun's pretty much gone down now. Which and crew. Junction 21A is 26 minutes. 21A is the M62, I think. Or it might be the M58. Either way. Not the M58, the M56. Either way, it's okay. That means there's no major delays. Car on the hard shoulder there, again, another one. It's a Mazda. Today's drive has been brought to you by Mazda. Mazda and Mazda. So I'm about to be overtaken by a VW. Cars have piled out of this junction and immediately gone into this lane. And I don't know why. I mean, there's a lorry ahead, but I mean, it's a long way ahead from when they came out. So I pull out to overtake the accelerator. So you're embarrassed getting overtaken by this? Hey. I have no idea what's going on with these three. I'll probably wait to get near it and then pull out. Or if I pull out, will it pull out? I don't know. Let's have a look. Pull out to give it room to overtake because there's nothing behind me. Has it? No. It's just sat there. Right, got to pull back then. Oh, now it's pulled out. What the hell? Only pulled out because there's nothing behind me, give it room to pull out and overtake. And then it does it when I'm just about to pull back in again because it hasn't pulled out. Oh, it's that well though because we've got a car flying up now in the 4th lane. Headlights blazing. I do like these new lines on the motorway that make a little high pitch when you go over them. They go like that. Really cool. Back over to services. Sandbatch. Right. Little whatever it is has just overtook me again. The 3rd lane. What are you doing that for? Got the articulated lorry ahead. It's actually moving. Yeah, it is. incredibly slowly. We're coming on a motorway anyway. So this is the articulated lorry we were talking about, the DSV. Two more lorries. Just under 70 at the moment. That car were flying. Well, I was just going the same speed as the cars around me, apart from that one. And then I looked down, I'm doing 60. I'm like, oh, okay then. Smoke bars. I don't know how to smoke bars because that'd be ridiculous. Smoke bars. Right, we're coming up to junction 18. We're going up to junction 26. As I've rearranged my spine. Doing about 60 something. It sounded like it was about 120, but you know. So we'll be coming up now towards the, what's we call it? Yeah, look at this car here. Look at that there. Look, he's in the third lane. Mr. Plastic Bobby on the top of the bridge. Third lane, not overtaking anything. Yeah, about 67, something like that, in a minute. car here, motorbike on the left of me, motorbike on the right. We're doing about 60 and a half, 67 and a half-ish, 68. And the car's pulled into the lane where the bike is, and the bike's pulled into the lane where the car was. It's now overtaking the car. Meanwhile, I've got the car that was behind me has now shut down the inside. Undertook pretty much everyone, and then we'll pull out again, no doubt. Yep, pulls out in front of the little blue car and then pulls back into my lane. I was going to pull back into that lane, but there's a coach pulling out, so I'll stay where I am. There's nothing close behind me, so I'll get past this this bike, this little blue car. Lane 1. About 70, just under. There's a motorbike re-overtakes me. Definitely going dark now, and we are, I assume we're coming up to the North Wales motorway, I think. Feels like we should be, considering where we are and how long we've been on the M6, but could be a couple of junctions away, yeah, I don't know. Aeroplane or a helicopter in the sky up ahead, flashing away. Junction 26 is 22 minutes. We've dropped down to 60 miles an hour, not junction 60. Well, that little blue thing gets past again. Then I retake it again. So services for the motorbike. Little blue things pulled into the first lane, which is an interesting choice considering there's an articulated lorry overtaking an articulated lorry. Then we've got the A556, I think it said, which is where we lose one lane. So doing just under 70 at the moment. Little cars disappeared completely. To be fair, it might be on the A556 slip road now. That's why it may be pulled in. Well, this is a limb one, isn't it? Wow. Is it a rush? Average speed check ends for now. So we're now in Cheshire. Cheshire. Flashing lights. Recovery vehicle. In again, I've got a BMW in my way. He was being overtaken by that and then being caught rapidly by a BMW. Things were a bit more normal down this end, up this way even. We are at Limb Truck Stop. M56 exit. So we're going to gain another left lane, so we're back to 4 lanes until we get to the M62, where we go back to and then remain at 3 lanes. this car let me out then. So we're now, we've got 4 lanes, but there's that car there, I don't know where it's going to appear in that lane. Although we've got this car here as well, which is already in the lane, going rather slowly. Yes, going rather slowly, yes I am, yes. Then another slip road, but nothing on that one, so we can go across. You can see the Windsock. I can see Winter Hill in the distance. It's like to my left. Yeah, it slid up. It's gone behind a tree, back. Gone behind a tree, he's gone. Still gone. Oh no, back, gone. Yeah, to the left. Right, Windsock. Let's get overtaken by KA. Well, yeah, I'm only doing about 65 to be fair. I was too busy looking at Winter Hill. Fascinating. Whenever I get here, it's always coming night time, so I never see the Windsock. I think I've already passed it. Yeah, it's before the bridge. So was I looking at Winter Hill? Right, so we're going over Thelwall Viaduct. My favourite viaduct, with the name Thelwall. Something to believe it wasn't that long ago. There was only one of these bridges, not 2, and the traffic was going both ways on it. And on the other side, so to our left is Warrington. To our right is Urmston. Caravan being told. Get around that. To be fair, that lane will disappear soon. There's nothing in front of you, why are you braking? Oh, there is something in front of you, okay. I'll let you off. I'll let you off, mate, you're alright. So I'm coming out to the M62, which crosses over the M6. To the left would be IKEA. To the right, you would end up in, well, eventually Hull. You'd also join onto the M60 and then come off the M60 again. Was that one of them screen things that does big screens? Yeah, ADTV. That was interesting then. Right, so if you come off here, you're going towards Liverpool. If you're then in this lane where the Kit Kat lorry is, you end up in, well, Manchester, then you go past Oldham, Rochdale, over the Pennines, past Leeds, Huddersfield, and then into Hull. Teletubby bye-bye to the left-hand lane. We do get joined by traffic from the M62, which we've just gone under. But we remain 3 lanes, although there's absolutely nothing behind me at all. Like, everyone jumped off there. That last bridge I went under, that's where the nearest car to me behind me is. So we're nearly home now, we're on the last leg. So we'll go past the Warrington Birchwood, Newton and Lee. We'll do Newton and Lee exit, what I always forget about, and then we'll go over the A580 East Lancs, and then we're pretty much in Wigan then. And what a trip it's been, including my phone not charging when I thought it was, and the battery running out, so I had to do a little reset. Reminds me. What's it on? Still on 3% my phone, but it's still working, so that's all that matters. So it's gone dark now. The street lamps have gone off and the headlamps are nice and bright. Although on the camera the sky looks a lot lighter than it does to my eyes, but the camera always makes it a little bit lighter. Don't pull out, 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 don't pull out. There's got a car behind me. Transit for not pulling out. Still not pulled out, to be fair. Yeah, remember I said there was nothing behind me and I've been overtaken by how many vehicles and I'm doing 70. Oh, you gotta laugh. Anyway, we're coming up to the bit now where we have to go down to 50. So it's been a good run, really. I mean, I'd have been back half an hour earlier if it hadn't been for the blinking battery on the blinking phone, blinking not blinking working for blink's sake. So we're about to hit 50 mile an hour average speed check cameras. I was only doing 60 anyway, I'm slowing down already. Not using my brake. Just taking it easy. All these cars whizzing past me. I'll have to brake, but I won't because I'm already at about 53, 51-ish. So we're now at 50 mile an hour. To be fair, BMW didn't brake then, or if he did, I didn't see it. I went too slow then. When we used to drive up down here, there was I don't know what it is on the right, some kind of industrial hire company, and they had a clock that always told you the time and the temperature. So that was brilliant, until I realised that I had that in my car already. I think they took it down now anyway. All the trees have grown up in front of it. Anyway, we're in the 50-mile-an-hour roadworks now. Well, let's be honest, I've done how many miles, and it's been a straight run. Apart from when I had to pull off the motorway to sort the charger out and everything and make sure it was all plugged in proper. We've had literally no delays at all. My gob is smacked. Go missus. Right, so that's the Ashton. This is what I was on about before. The junction I went off on, I couldn't go back on again to go the same direction to where I was. So, a bit like this, you can only come on in this direction at that junction, and you can only go off in the other direction at that junction. That just crept my neck then as well, that really hurt. 4 miles for junction 26 in 5 minutes. We can do that. Too little longer, just under 50. Which is fair enough. And now we're doing 45. That's not fair enough at all. Now we're doing 40. What's going on? My car doesn't like this. Oof, Jesus, that's bright. We're doing 40. There we go. This is a junction sometimes I come off at. It takes you past Sainsbury's. I just think what the supermarket was there. Sainsbury's. Now apparently, if you drove up here in the 80s, 70s and 80s, you'd see on both sides coal mines and pits and everything. But I don't remember that because I only moved here in the 90s. So I might regret this, but I don't know. Top of the hill now, we're going to come down to the M58 exit, which is also the Pemberton exit for Pemberton. That's why it's called Pemberton exit. Scam, Liverpool and Southport. To be fair, today's been a bit of a wasted day, but there you go. It's bank holiday, that's what bank holidays are for, isn't it? Done around about 440 miles today, and yeah, it wasn't cost effective at all. But I like driving. It's my switch off, it's my relaxation, it's my chill. Some people watch movies, some people do drugs, some people get drunk, read a book, play computer games. I mean, I do computer games as well occasionally, but my ultimate chill is driving. I'm just so relaxed when I'm driving. Let's be honest, we all need relaxation at the moment before we go into lockdown 4. Ironically, to my far, far right is Winter Hill. However, to my left is Oral. So here we go, 2, 3, 4. The bendiest, or one of the bendiest slip roads in the world. We're only doing 50 anyway, so, and it's pretty dry, so it's fine. The bendiest slip roads in the world. In the world. Oh, they're on green. I bet they won't be by the time I get there. And the answer is they are. Just. I bet these won't be on green though. No. Oh. Okay. Thank you, white van. Hooray, white van, come to the rescue this time. Andy Ashton. Window cleaning service. Okay, I've read it now. We'll give you a plug on YouTube. You just put your foot down a little bit. We're doing 25 mile an hour. That's a work lorry on the grass there. Very odd. Come on, Andy. Into 4th gear. Oh, we're over 30 mile an hour now, which is ironic because we're coming to a bit now where the speed limit is not 40. I was going to go that way, but you know what, I'm not. I'm going to go this way instead. And it's made my mind up for me. It's make your mind up time. What was that off? Oh, that was Opportunity. Was it Opportunity Knox? Was it New Face? I think it was Opportunity Knox. I don't know. I was only a kid. Anyway, we're back in Wigan. So we're heading into Pemberton. I think technically this is Pemberton, I'll be honest. It's 15 degrees and it's 20:49. How long it took us? Just over 3 hours, which doesn't include the break, the thingamabob, so call it 3 hours, because it's just over would be the bit getting back on the motorway again, which doesn't really count up going back on a bit we'd already done. Good news is KFC's up. Bad news is I don't like that KFC. I've had fish and chips anyway, I'm not having any more fatty food today. It's a bit cruel, isn't it, saying slow school. Call it special needs school, or whatever the PC way of learning difficulties in school. I don't know. Well, not slow. It's just not. I mean, you know, I wouldn't say I was 100% PC, but that's shocking. Shocking. Right, coming down now to the what's it called? Brook House. Oh yeah, Brook House. I think I've been in there twice when it was a pub. Never been in it when it's a shop. On the left after the roundabout is the Spa. I've been in that a few times. Oops. Put it in the right gear, shall we? So there you go, there's the Spa, all lit up in white, and then you've got Kickering Tavern, and then you got the Miner's Arms. I don't think I've set foot in either of them two. But I'm not a pub goer, to be honest. Never have been. When I was the age for going, I didn't drink. It seemed pointless because you're smoking them. So literally, I'd just go in there, I wouldn't be able to breathe, and just drink lemonade and watch my mates get drunk. So I didn't bother going. So there you go then. Thank you very much for watching, if indeed you still are. 3 hours 28 minutes, so say 3 hours 15 minutes. It took about... And it actually cut off. First time it's cut off. Anyway, thanks for... Oh, very good, dogs, sons. Yeah, I nearly said that out loud as well. Anyway, you take care, and I will see you all again. Until next time, bye!